Hey friends, today I just got home from work, and today something happened at work today that kind of gave me an idea of something that I should probably talk about, things I'd like to share with you guys. And that's basically about anxiety, how we handle things and challenges that come up in our lives, and how some people just freak out, make mountains out of molehills, and some people can just kind of let things glide. So my friend, my colleague at work, first of all, I love the guy. He's a friend, good human being, good dude. But he kind of gets very anxious about little things. He makes even a little bit dramatic. He's on medication for high blood pressure. Surprise, surprise. One of his brothers just had a heart attack. 2 weeks ago, and that was a real scare for him also. But he says it's hereditary. Maybe it is. I'm wondering, is it hereditary for genetics, or is it from our programming and how we're raised? I never met his parents, but maybe that's how they responded to things also. Maybe they got really upset over little things, and that's how they dealt with things, and maybe that's where they learned it from. I don't know. But anyway, all I know is when we make big deals out of things, it just tends to make them even worse. And you look at, I know a lot of people who've been through heavy situations in their lives, and they're calm. They don't freak out when challenges come at them. I don't either anymore now that I'm older and been through things that I've been through. But I know that a lot of people, we tend to get pretty excited over certain things sometimes, and it just it doesn't help at all. So to other people, to one person, and from their perspective, it's a crisis. It's a huge situation. It's a big deal. And then other people, if you tell them about it, they just shake their heads, and it's nothing. So it's all relative. And to me, it's kind of like a snow globe. You know those snow globes? You shake them up, and it looks like a hurricane or like a blizzard's going on inside that snow globe. So if you're stuck inside that snow globe, then all you see is all that chaos going on around you, and that's all you see is the chaos. But to the rest of us, we're just looking at it from the outside looking in, and it's just a snow globe. Put me in mind of a documentary I saw years ago, and I think it was called When Airplanes Go Down, and it was about different airplane crashes, and it was all true. One particular part of this was a big commercial jet airliner, 747 or something, and it started going into a dive. And the co-pilots are on the verge of panicking, and they're saying, we've lost elevator, we're going down. And then the captain very calmly says, okay, try this. Okay, trying this, and they try it. It's not working. Okay, says the captain again, try that. Okay, we're trying that. That's not working either. What do we do now? Back to the captain, calm and cool. Well, go ahead and try this and try that. So the whole dialogue went like this. This was caught on the black box. They actually played this back. So we heard actual voices in this documentary that I was watching. Meanwhile, the plane's in a straight nosedive into the ground. You can hear the sound of the plane in a nosedive in the background. And the whole time, the co-pilots were on the verge of panic, but they didn't actually lose it. But the pilot stayed cool the whole way. And the last thing you heard, right before everything went blank and quiet, was the captain saying, shit. And that was it. And all the way in. So why does this matter? Well, if they all went into a panic mode, unfortunately, the ending of this was catastrophic. It was a worst case scenario, but they were still calm and cool enough to go through all the different protocols of trying to overcome this situation. And you can't do that when you're caught up and all anxious about things. We get so caught up in the negative that all the positive and good solutions to this, they're not within our sight. We're not even looking at them. We're just too caught up in the drama. And so it just makes a lot more sense to be able to sit back and take a look at ourselves. Get outside of the snow globe. Sometimes it may be hard to do. Just take a deep breath. Just let it go. Calm down and try to change your perspective on it. And when you come in, cool, you'll be surprised how many more ideas will come to you that can help you overcome this. Give you a little case in point. Imagine, have you ever lost your keys one time? Let's say you have an appointment and you can't be late to this appointment. It's important that you're not late. And you're ready to go out the house. You're already running a little bit late, but you can still make it. And then you realize you can't find your keys. And now you're panicking and you're running around the house. You're looking everywhere trying to find your keys. You're going through all your old shirt pockets and everything. You can't find them. You're looking everywhere they could possibly be. And the more you look and you can't find them, the more frantic you get and the more panicked you get. And then finally you reach a point where you realize, you know what? I'm probably not going to make it now. It's probably too late. So screw it. And right then you calm down and all of a sudden you realize the keys were in your hand the whole time, or they were right in front of your face the whole time and you didn't see them because you're so frantic. I don't know if that could make sense to somebody, but I think pretty much all of us have dealt with something similar to that. So the point is how important it is to just stay calm, stay cool, and we'll get through it. No matter what your situation is, there's other people who've been through worse. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm not taking anything away from really bad, life-threatening situations, but there's always been somebody who's been through it worse off than you, and they got through it, and you will too. And once it's over with, it'll be kind of like a story. It'll just add to your life story. It's another story for you to tell your kids or grandkids. I used to work in the RV industry, and I remember customers, sometimes they would plan a trip for months and months, even a year, to take the family to go on an RV vacation, and on the way out there, the RV will break down. And of course, this is just going to happen sometimes, no matter how much we tried as a company to prevent it. Sometimes things just happen. But anyway, I remember one customer, they came back. Most of the other ones, when that happens, they're just livid. They're upset. They're extremely angry. It ruined everything, ruined all their plans. Everything's a waste. I want all my money back and then some. I mean, they get real dramatic, acting like children, actually, in front of everyone, including other customers when they're returning. But I remember one family, they came, and they were calm and cool, and they had a complete breakdown. Had to go rescue them, and it took a long time because they were in the middle of nowhere. Then had to bring them to a hotel, and then we had to bring another RV out to them. And again, it took a long time because, like I said, they're in the middle of nowhere. They were pretty far away. And when they came back from the trip, I was waiting for it. I was a manager, so I knew I was going to be the one to have to deal with them. And when they came in, they were calm and cool. And I just apologized. I already gave back refunds on certain things and everything. And they were just like, you know what? It's okay. The whole reason why we wanted to go on a trip is so we can have an adventure, so we can have a story to tell. And that's exactly what we got. It was completely unexpected. It's not what we thought it was going to be, but we just rolled with it. And we got through it, and it's all over with now, and now we have that story. We realized when we finally got to the campsite, we were talking to other campers, other RVers, sitting around the campfire, and every one of them had stories about something like this happening. They have a flat tire in the worst place you can have one, or something breaks down or whatever, something's not working. And it just added to the stories, and they're all laughing about it afterwards. And so that's how this family took it, and I really took that to heart. I was impressed by that. I wasn't ready for that at that age that I was at that time, but I remembered it, and then it made a lot more sense to me when I got older. I just wanted to share that with you guys. 2 rules to always go by in life is, number 1, don't sweat the small stuff. And number 2, it's all small stuff. It's all relative. I didn't invent that line. I heard that, and you probably did too, but there's a reminder for you. So anyway, life is good. Challenges make us better. It builds our character. It makes us who we are. If our lives were completely boring and completely controlled, it would be a boring existence. It would be a boring life. That reminds me of another metaphor that came to me when I was asking about this. Picture living in a small town, a very small town, and everybody knows everybody. Nobody has to lock their doors. Everybody looks out for each other. If little Johnny gets an F in class, everybody knows about it. Just nothing is hidden. Everybody knows everyone. It's just happy-go-lucky. Nothing bad ever happens. There's no drama. Everything is just smooth sailing every single day. But they get bored being in a small town. So once a year, a carnival comes to town. And that carnival is only there for a weekend or so. And this carnival has everything from throwing ping pong balls into fish bowls, throwing darts to merry-go-rounds, and the scariest roller coasters or whatever type of rides, rides where it's spinning so fast that the whole footings are like shaking on the ground, and that thing doesn't look too stable, but you still want to ride it, and everything in between. And so all the neighbors are going to go there, and would you not want to try to experience as much as you possibly can while this carnival lasts, including the scary rides? You don't have to, of course. It's your choice. If you just are happy just throwing ping pong balls into fish bowls, or even just sitting there and watching everyone else have fun. To me, it's kind of like that small town would be like heaven, if you believe in heaven. And that carnival is like this world, this earth. And all the different rides are the different types of life experiences we can have. It could be a boring one, a simple one where nothing really major happens, or it could be really scary and gnarly. The choice is ours. While we're here, we could ride whatever rides that we want to. But at the end, it's about what we got through and how exciting was our story. Because once that carnival's over and everyone's sitting around, everyone's over at the Smith's house for dinner on this night, and they're talking about the carnival. The only ones with interesting stories are the ones that went on the scary rides. Right? Life's about experience. If I had to sum up the meaning of life in one word, in my opinion, it would be experience. That's what we're here for. Each and every one of us is an infinitely unique expression of God, and we're all here to add to God's big story. So that's just the way I view things. It's changed my whole perspective on things. It's made my life a whole lot better, a whole lot easier, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So anyway, sorry this took too long. Like I said, it was just something that happened at work today, and it just got me to thinking, and figured I'd share it with you guys. So questions or comments, please put them down below. Otherwise, until next time, thanks for watching.